And you can see that he uses his silk threads and also some beads in it. Steel Melody is the name of this piece, Chooks Okoye. Now we move into our final artist, Keith Anderson. This self-taught artist, hand-papered sculpture with these rich colors, has created a chemical to make hand paper work. Unbelievable colorings. They're light. You would think it was paper mache. Keith Anderson, out of Arizona, spent 10 years exploring endless possibilities of handmade paper. Keith lived in Europe for 8 years and traveled to Africa 7 times. He was inspired by the many sacred symbols of various cultures and found a way to celebrate these diverse and unique expressions in so-called primitive art. Keith has focused on combining the flexibility and textures of handmade paper and included indigenous symbols from around the world. These are magnificent pieces. Keith Anderson. The colors are extraordinary. This concludes the Unique Design Show. I hope you found it informative and were enlightened by the vast talents of our African and African American artists. Our culture is rich in history, in talents, in tradition, and skill, and we strive to bring that to you. If you think you have a unique design, please contact us.
Okay, we have just been educated. I mean, this is wonderful.
Thank you so much.
This is you have such a vast education on this art. You know, we as individuals don't know all of this stuff, you know, where it comes from. And it's important for people to be educated, to know where the artist came from, where the work and what inspired him. You know, I didn't even know that this was Ghana's prime piece of work.
Yes.
You know, that was news to me. So,
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
people need to be educated
Yes.
on art. And I think once they learn more about it and educated about it, I think then they will be able to appreciate it more. And you will see more African Americans and more people of color looking into art.
Exactly. That was one of the things for me, was the educational part. It was my own curiosity when I started meeting a lot of artists, and what I wanted to know about them, I wanted to know who they are.
Yes.
The work was beautiful. What was behind the work? And I was very curious, and I would ask questions. I have a sales background, so I asked a lot of questions. And my mentor, actually, Chooks Okoye, I will call him that, the artist, taught me a lot, and then I began to study and read, and I just love educating about it because I have found that, and that's how I learned, and that's how I appreciated art and began to collect. So it's very important to find out as much as we can, and so this show is what I plan to do with that.
That is wonderful. Now, I noticed the pieces, first of all, I'm going to get back to your home is like the most elaborate art gallery in the world. I have never seen nothing so perfect and so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You have art everywhere. Have you been collecting for a long time?
The way it started, I began first, I guess, when I was 30. I actually began when I was 30. I had a desire to know more about my black history. And I began studying and reading and going to seminars and then traveling. And I first started my collecting with pins, all unique type of pins that you pin onto your all over the world. And then from there it inspired into ceramic masks that you saw on the show.
Yes.
And I got some from all over the world. And then I began to collect art. So I would say it's been about 15 years or more, you know, 10 years with Unique Design as a whole. So it's just, I love it. I love it as a passion, and everywhere I go, I'm looking at art, you know, and talking to people, and they just need to be exposed, and that's what I have found.
That's why you have the desire to do the educating, the education part of art.
Exactly.
And this is wonderful. And as I said when we were watching the clip, we need this. We need to be educated so that we can have the appreciation. And I think, you know, that the community will really appreciate this and appreciate your show, you know, because it's something new and it's something fresh.
Yes.
And we, as I said, we all need educating.
Yes.
And the people perish for lack of knowledge,
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
so
Yes,
we know
indeed.
that.
Yes,
so
indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm really happy to see what you're doing. You're doing a magnificent job.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Now,
Landry.
I know you wanted to mention something else. Oh, your producer's name.
Yes, our producers, he's right here locally in the community, Sharice Productions, Felix Washington.
Yeah, Felix.
Yes,
I
you've
know
done some
Felix.
work.
Felix
Yes.
have done work for me before.
Exactly.
And he's really good at what he does. So
Yes,
I
he
want to
is.
say hi to Felix, okay? Now tell me, when will you be going to Africa in the future?
As a matter of fact, we're very close in the future. And it was going to be next year, 2006, but it's actually now going to be 2008 because one of the artists that I will have on my show is a local artist, Julian. He is always at the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival, and he takes groups of people to Africa, and I want to go to Kenya. I've always desired to do that. But Julian also has a very exciting life. He lives in Africa for 6 months and here for 6 months. And he also has people in prison creating things for him. You know, he employs people. So that's the kind of show it's going to be, bringing, you know, them here to tell, you know, it's more than just a product. It's beyond them. And so he's exciting. And then so that will be how I'll get with Julian. He takes about 25 people, and I want to go with the one who has the most knowledge and, you know, all about that. So it's going to be a very exciting opportunity.
That's wonderful. Well, I might see if I can plan my trip to Africa around that time.
Yes,
to go with you guys because I want to know more. I want to definitely learn more about what's going on in the art world and where this art originated from.
Yes.
You know, now you had a piece that you brought in, and it's from a local artist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
and tell me a little bit about that. It's a pillow mask?
Yes, it is. Well, the local artist is Sandy Merchant, and she's right here. People are really familiar with her work. This piece is one of the most exciting pieces. It has a mask on the front of it, and that mask is called a passport mask that they used in Africa as our paper passport that we use here. So it's a small clay mask, and then she has all of the fabrics, and she's created this unique piece. And they go well in, we do interior decorating too, so they go well in homes and everywhere. So the fabrics are the most important thing. So hopefully Sandy will be on our show too.
Okay, well, if Sandy is watching, Sandy, you are welcome to come to Catch the Vision with Miss Blackwell, with Unique Designs. We'd love to have you. That is so unique, and I see why your company is unique because you do such different art. And now, does all of your art resolve around the African base and our heritage and our beginning?
That's how it started because that's where I felt that most of the people needed the exposure and that I had found so many talented artists who had not been exposed. But it will branch out now because Unique Designs, the show, the cable show, will go beyond art. It will go to anyone who has a product that is unique and innovative. And the foundation of this business is art, and that's where my heart is, so we will always bring them to the forefront. But we have a Brazilian artist too. She's Portuguese, and so and we do light. She does lighting, and so just so unique things all over the world. Yes.
This is wonderful. Now tell me, when you were in Brazil, what's the art like down there?
Oh, the art was so beautiful. They paint a lot. And everybody paints from their background. So a lot of the painters, the artists, they're painting their living space, their homes, their lifestyle. And it's just all original work, wonderful history. The background and the history there is so fantastic. And pretty much their lifestyles and the colors, acrylic, they use a lot of oils. So it's different because it's their work.
Okay, it's theirs.
It's there.
Okay.
It represents who they are, and that's what really art is about.
Art is who you are.
Exactly right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Art
I love
is who
it.
you are.
I am so happy just to have you, just to learn a little bit more. You know, every time I see you, I want to know a little bit more and a little bit more. So this is really exciting. Now, I know you participate in the Pan-African
Yes,
Film Festival?
we participated in the Pan-African Film Festival and Arts Festival.
And
We need that Arts Festival, get a lot more exposure.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm not doing it with Unique Designs, I'm also working with each individual artist. A lot of times they'll come in, Run with a Spoon, Chuksakoye. They'll come in and I'll help them with their product. But that's where we do. And we also do shows with the Unique Designs once a year. And we're doing different things. We do individual setups for art. We do interior decorating. So wherever, the goal has always been wherever it needs to be exposed, that's where we'll be.
Well, I'm so grateful that you decided to come to Catch the Vision. Right now we want to thank our sponsor. We want to thank Women's Network for Cancer Prevention. Without you, this show would not be possible. And I would like to say thank you for all the many years of support that you have given to Catch the Vision. And we continue to keep you lifted up as you do us, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Women's Network for Cancer Prevention. We have to thank our sponsor.
You definitely do.
Because the sponsor is who keeps us motivated and keeps us here on air. So we have to always remember to thank our sponsor.
Exactly right.
Well, Kim, would you come back to Catch the Vision? You know, our time goes so fast, but it's so exciting to have you here. You are such a powerful woman in this community of art. And I'm just happy to just know you. And thank you that you have come and just shared your time. We have one more minute. One last thing. Unique Design. Where did the name come from?
Where did the name come from? The name is actually, I was sleeping and I was so obsessed with the art when I first began. I was like, oh, his work is a unique design.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Exactly.
And that's where it comes from. Well, that's good.
Right.
That's good. That's really good. Well, you've heard it here at Catch the Vision. You're going to be seeing a lot of unique design. Ms. Blackwell is going to be educating. She's going to be having seminars. And we're going to invite you all. We're going to have things at the mall, at the hotels, and all over Los Angeles. So we want you to remember to Catch the Vision and stay tuned and remember Kim Blackwell. You're going to hear and see that name again, and Unique Designs. Kim, I want to thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Landry.
Oh, thank you for just being a part. Remember to Catch the Vision. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Must get closer to the essence of life, but be aware that it takes courage and strife. Relax your mind, don't let it wither and die. Just lift your spirits high to the sky. Come on and meditate.